the party's expectations and strategic direction as the NPP positions itself for future national elections. We'll go on a quick break. When we return, my guest and I start the conversation. Please stay with us. Via WhatsApp on 055-556-1034. The WhatsApp number again is 055-556-1034. Honorable Joe Wise is seated right beside me. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Thank you for the opportunity to use your medium to educate my party voters.
Yeah, you're most welcome. You're most welcome. You look quite, relaxed, considering the impending election this Saturday.
Well, this is an internal election. It's like a friendly match. And so we should be relaxed. We should, if I am tense, then I'm going to give needless apprehension to my party people. But this is clearly, as I said, a home match, and we should be very calm about it.
Yeah, friendly match is not too giddy
at all.
Yeah, it's just a normal, it's a refresher course.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
So you're welcome again. So you're chairman of the election, the Presidential Election Committee.
That's right.
How ready is the party for the election this Saturday?
Okay. On our part, as a committee, we started with regulations. We adopted regulations generated for the 2023 elections. We reviewed it, and then we invited all the contestants and their representatives, and we sat down and reviewed them together. Okay. Once we all agreed, we endorsed them. That we agreed that this are the rules that will govern the elections. And then we moved on to preparing the album, the register of who can vote. You recall that in July we had a conference, and at the conference we took two major decisions. One, don't touch the album that was used for the 2023 elections.
2024 or 2023?
2023 internal elections.
Internal elections,
right.
Okay. Yeah.
So that album is intact. And then you're supposed to admit a new set of people, former executives, former MPs, former ministers, former MDCs, and even former candidates and so on. So we went on an exercise, one, to verify that all the people who are in the register are still there, available. We removed or identified those who are since passed on.
Yeah.
So, and then we identified those. The National Council took a decision that everybody who had a disciplinary matter pending or who has even been suspended, they have all been forgiven.
Okay.
So all those punishments were abated, except those who had forfeited their membership. The Constitution says that if you forfeit your membership, then you may apply to join the party afresh. But if you join the party afresh, you don't come with the position you were holding. You have lost that position. You are a new starter, and you will be eligible to hold another position after 2 years. That's our Constitution. So, except people who have forfeited their membership. So we went around to check, are all these people still available? Or is there anyone who has forfeited his membership? After that exercise, we added the new ones that were asked to apply or fill the form to indicate that you are a party, a former constituency executive, a former MP, a former minister, or a former deputy minister, or former MDC, and so on. We went around the constituency to compile all those. When we put them together, then we formed a team in-house with the representatives of contestants to review those things together. During the exercise in the regions, their representatives were there. So their representatives had brought them notes. This person is dead, but they overlooked it. So this person has forfeited together continuously for about 3 weeks, reviewed all of that, and made the necessary changes. After that, we sent it back to the constituencies for exhibition.
Okay.
So everybody to go back and look at the register. See if your name is supposed to be there and it's not there, tell us.
You can rectify it.
That's right. During the exhibition, in my constituency at Bekwai, for example, we noticed that 2 people who were alive had been mistakenly indicated deceased. And somebody who was rather deceased, we had not touched him. Somebody who had forfeited his membership because he has joined another party, we had not touched them. So all those matters came out during the exhibition, and we clarified them. So after we had done all that, then we printed the register. The printing was also done with the contestants' representatives at every stage.
So basically, since the beginning, the contestants were involved since
every stage. This is the first time. Yesterday, I was happy. One of the representatives actually said on air that this is the first time contestants in the election of NPP has been actively involved in the process from beginning to the end. It says, in the previous times, you get the register about a week to the election and you don't do anything. But this time, we make sure that at every stage we involve them.
Yeah, and the exhibition was for like 3 weeks.
Very well, yes. So now we are done with that. Now we went to the Electoral Commission. We have decided that all the process of voting should be managed by the Electoral Commission. So we went to a meeting with the Electoral Commission. We gave them a copy of the rules we have all agreed to. And then the EC also gave us their rules that they will apply on the voting day. We discussed together, the members of the committee and the contestant representatives. We raised all these matters and discussed them and agreed on all the naughty points. We allowed the Electoral Commission to select the polling centers, the list that they brought to us. Each one of them sent to their agents on the ground, and the feedback was brought, and we had a consensus on all the places we are supposed to do. After that, we went to meet with the police. We had discussed with them where the security, that we want them to be fully in charge. But we were expecting, we will give you minimum 70 policemen at the police station. So that is, for me, that's the highest point. I'm so excited that they are taking the security of the election so seriously. And fortunately, the IGP himself came and said that publicly. And assured people that if you are macho, we have more macho than you.
Well, I remember some, how do you call it, the people in the council were also advocating that nobody should bring their macho men
Exactly.
and security personnel, personal security personnel to the play.
That's it, exactly. So it is because of people's apprehension. But when you are assured by the National Police that we'll bring you sufficient policemen, that you don't need yours, then I think it should be good news for all the aspirants and contestants. So far, I'll say that barring any human failures which cannot be foretold, we are fully set and ready to proceed. As at yesterday, around 8 p.m., I received reports from various regions where the ballot papers have been sent to already.
Okay, they've already sent them?
Sent them.
Okay.
Police commanders have received them, and they have forwarded them to the police stations. They have all been verified and kept in custody, ready to
be rolled out. Come Saturday.
So, all things being equal, you can't always tell how human beings will behave, but generally, apart from that, I'm persuaded that we are full and ready.
You're ready, because like the process sounds quite extensive. Like you've enough things in the bad, you've touched all the bases and everything. How crucial is this election for the future of the party?
Every election that selects a leader is very critical. I'm a firm believer in leadership, and I believe that in management they say leadership is cause or else is effect. How the leader leads defines how the others are. So the process to elect a leader should be seen to be fair for a democratic party, seem to be inclusive, as we have done, and as much as possible, seem to be very transparent. Our aim is to make sure that nobody has a basis to feel bitter because he thinks that he was shortchanged. And so after the election, whoever wins will have no basis, or none of the others will have any basis for saying, because I was cheated, so I will not join in the campaign. No. We believe strongly that at the end of it all, we will have our party power to support whoever emerges as the candidate.
So how confident are we that comes this Saturday, the voting centers are going to open on time and everything will go through the normal process?
The voting centers are supposed to open at 7 a.m.
Okay.
And we'll close at 2 p.m. We'll make sure that exactly 7 a.m. they are open. We'll keep monitoring to see if there are any challenges with opening at. But as I said, even if there are any challenges, I'm not going to give instructions. I have no role in managing the elections.
Okay, so once the election starts, you don't have a role?
No, until the EC goes through all that and brings it back to us. So if I have any challenges, we'll call EC operations. This place, this is what is happening there. Then they will take action immediately. We don't want myself, any regional officer or constituency officer or national officer giving this instruction, this one giving that instruction. No. We leave all that to the EC. So if you have any issues related to the EC, and then they will give their...
What about the candidates' agents at the various polling stations? Do they raise the matter with the EC?
Yes.
Okay.
They are to ensure that the rules are being followed. And if they see anything untoward, they can complain to the EC or the immediate boss so that if there are any errors, they are ratified.
Okay. So the Electoral Commission has confirmed the distribution for the materials and all that. The register also says 211,849 delegates. Is that true as going into this election on Saturday?
Yes. As at the time we issued this report, 211,849 was the figure.
Okay.
Subsequent to that, though, the NEC, National Executive Committee of NPP, met because the union executive who had been appointed, we thought too close to the election such that the appointment may have been influenced one way or the other. They petitioned. NEC took the matter to a meeting. They invited us. We gave our position. They instructed that we add them. So if we add that 58.
Oh, so that's 58?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Okay. An additional 58?
58 may be added, yes.
Okay. To the 211,849?
That's right.
Okay, okay. Is it true the party has abolished proxy voting for this?
No.
What was the decisive factor in making the decision that says by proxy this time around it's not going to work?
It is strategically to avoid anybody having a basis to complain that he has been cheated. At our meeting, we discussed all the evidence that we knew, and we were satisfied that for the sanctity of the election, it's not everybody who can vote. I hardly see any election which has 100% turnout. So for those who cannot vote, let them hold on with their own vote. But then others petitioned. And so the national executive officers, contestants, we all met to discuss the same matter again. At that meeting, the evidence that came before that meeting